Hiya, morning. I said in my last video where I was sharing the finished product of the chicken coop that I was going to share a bit of info about our house renovations. Now, just over 3 years ago we moved here to the west coast from the far north. We have been North Islanders our whole lives. And the real estate in most of the North Island, not all of it, parts of it are still pretty good, but most of it is quite, overpriced and was not within our budget. Now, over lockdown, luckily we had a good landlord, but it got me thinking about what's going to happen when we eventually retire. Are our pensions going to be enough to cover rent, bills, food? Probably not. So we started looking around various places around the country, and because 2 branches of my father's family were originally from Westport, we thought we would explore down there. We came down for a week, kind of had a look around, decided it wasn't right, it wasn't for us. So we came through Greymouth and Hokitika. Hokitika was a little bit above my budget. Greymouth, we thought, okay, this is cool, we can do something with this. We looked at several houses. We started off renting for about 6 months, started looking at houses, and then found one we liked. Now this one is on a 1/4 acre section, as is most properties on the west coast. That's the advantage of it. And when we first bought it, we liked the fact that it had a big section and it had potential. Now this is the kitchen that we put in about, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. We haven't quite finished it up. My goal is to take the carpet up in this area and replace it all with some sort of nice lino. Now it does have removed floorboards throughout this house, but unfortunately a lot of it has not been well looked after. As I said, it was built in the 1930s, early 1930s. Originally there was an elderly couple living here. And right in this area, which leads between the kitchen and the lounge, was a coal range. Now there's evidence of that underneath the house when we were doing the piles and getting underfloor insulation. And so they've taken out the coal range and the foundations are still under there. Now originally, and I will share photos of this kitchen, just under where the microwave is, and where the kitchen and pantry are now, there was one bench, some cupboards underneath and cupboards above, and they looked like they were from, I don't know, the 1960s, 1950s. Now, I'm all for a vintage house. I love vintage houses. But that wasn't a kitchen. And I'm sorry, in order to live in a good house, you've got to have a decent kitchen. So this one, we bought most of it from Trade Depot. The fridge we already had, the microwave we already had. The kitchen bench, which is made of wood, we got from Mitre 10, and we basically varnished it and gave it a new lease of life. Trade Depot's been really good, not that I'm advertising for them or anything, but they were a good place to order budget things that were, things that you can use in your kitchen, which still look good. So it was quite inexpensive. I'll just walk around. That's the ranch slider there with Toby there looking out. That was not there when we first bought the house. What was there was a large kitchen window, and at the time we thought to ourselves, okay, what's the point of having a big kitchen window if there's no indoor-outdoor flow? The deck wasn't there either. We've since put that on. It would have been about 2 years ago. That was one of the first things we did, because the idea is in summer we want to be able to go out there, and we did this last summer. We want to be able to go out and enjoy a few drinks on the deck. So that's what we did. So it's a nice big deck, a couple of seating areas. You can see the chickens out there. It's about to rain, but that was our deck. The fences were mossy and looked quite untidy, so Barry's water blasted those and painted them. He's still got to do a second coat. Over there in the corner and at the far side is where the fences are going to be put up. The neighbour's putting up a new fence over there. So all of that is coming down. Right, back inside, and I'll show you the other part of the kitchen. Now, as you can see, Remu floorboards, they're not in that great shape. Show you that. Over here, there's a rather large chip out of that one, and I think we're probably going to have to cover with some sort of lino or something, but yeah, right now it's not in very good shape. The bedrooms are awesome. They look good. Dishwasher I think we got from Smith City, which used to be in town but is no longer there, sadly. Everything else, cupboards, ovens, stovetop, we got from Trade Depot. Now you can actually make a kitchen pretty inexpensively. You don't have to spend heaps on it, and certainly for this sort of house we didn't want to, because, you know, as I said, it's a working class house. It's not a posh house, and honestly, if we put too much into it, personally I think we're not going to get it back. So these cupboards over here look like they were added in the, I don't know, quite recently. That one there's got the hot water cupboard in it. Now that is going to be going, and the hot water cupboard will be moved to another place in the house. I hate these cupboards. I hate them. The house has been well rented before we bought it. It was rented for many, many years. So you can see the cupboards are not in very good condition. So those are coming out, and what we're going to add there is kind of like a little breakfast nook, so that if I ever want to sell the property, it's appealing to people with families, especially with the deck outside and the big backyard. So that cupboard is coming out. This cupboard over here is also coming out. And I'll show you this one here. That's the same as the one on the left. That one's coming out as well. Hopefully it's not too dark where you can see something. Now that is kind of like a storage cupboard, whatever. And the storage cupboard is going to be moved as well. So that is just going to be an area with extra room. The door is such a shame. I don't know who painted it, but to me, what a waste to paint a lovely wooden door in a flat blue colour that was on the walls originally. So the plan is to sand that back and varnish it and make it nice natural wood like other doors in the house are. Originally the kitchen and the whole house is basically painted the same flat horrible blue colour. It's boring. What we have done is we've painted in here, and it's a resin colour called Truffle. So on a nice sunny day it looks a lot lighter than what it is, but the doorway here, there was a door originally there. We took it out because it's kind of like you don't really need it. And here, the entranceway to the lounge between the kitchen, there was like cheap 1970s sliding doors, so we've taken those out as well. But as we do more to the house, I will share more and the progress on it, especially for those people who also have 1930s houses. Now, when we did re-jib the walls, because the walls were originally like a horrible aqualine that didn't really match with each other, and so we've re-jibbed the walls. The ceilings were already there. We've put in new lights, new lighting system, because there was like a big, I don't know, fluorescent light up, I don't know what you call it, luminous light up there, like one of those big square things that you might see in a business. So that was very cheaply done, I think, but we've put new lights in there. We just need a bulb for one of them. It's way better than what it was. This bit down here where the lino was where they originally had their fridge. I don't know why, but it was there. But the carpet and all this area is going to be coming up. To me, it's much easier to have lino down so people can walk inside from outside on the deck and not have to worry about ruining the carpet. The carpet's old. It's been here for many years. I'm guessing it was kind of a blue-grey colour, but we have to keep cleaning it all the time because it's been, you know, walked on quite a bit over the years, obviously. But yeah, that's the gist of our kitchen, and as I said, I will share photos of what it used to be like when we first bought it 3.5 years ago. We've got more work to do, and I'll update each room as it comes. So goodbye for now, and I'll see you again soon. See ya.